Hello, this is Grillenheimer. This is really a video for my original subscribers. There was more than a handful of y'all before I started doing the Transformer stuff. And maybe y'all have fallen away because I have been doing the Transformer stuff. I apologize. It is one of my interests. It is a hobby. And I do like it, and I like the drawing. I haven't. I used to draw a lot when I was a kid. Um, I'm not a very good. I just cartoony stuff. And I always enjoyed the Transformer stuff from the '80s when it initially came out. That's just part of me. But and this is probably going to be looked at as much as the last video I put out there. That not at all. But I just want to say, if you're an original subscriber of my channel before all this, I really appreciate it. Um, Maybe I'm just not as interesting as he used to be, and I have maybe not so much. I gotta feed his cat too. I'm at my in-laws' house, and feeding his animals for him while he's away. Um, it stinks up here, but I apologize. It's just been very busy, and I almost feel like I apologize for doing so many videos. I didn't used to put out so many videos like this before either, um, which has been for me a little different and unusual as well. No matter what the content, whether it's the drawing, the characters, the game, trying to keep up my spiritual aspect. And I feel like I've fallen on the wayside of that, and I apologize. But at the same time, it's like uh, talk about not being able to serve two masters. I don't know if some of y'all saw that there was a fan of the Transformer stuff who didn't like my title because it said "Gamers Need Christ" in the title, and which once slow little me realized what that user was talking about. I'm like, oh, okay. But I didn't let it bother me. I didn't let it bother me, but apparently it bothered him. So I really don't have much more to say than I'm still praying. I'm still with the Lord, and yeah, and I have crossed on lots of toes, but at the same time, I'm not trying to bring us together. Um, from gamers of not just video games, but gamers of card games, gamers of whatever. Um, if you look through my history of videos, there's a lot there, a lot of hot air, a lot of neat information, my side of things, and me trying to figure out life, the Bible, and how to play a Transformers card game. But it's been busy. It's been complicated, and I'm talking about life. I'm not talking about these videos. I'm just talking about life in general. Because I'm a father of two. I've got a beautiful girl, beautiful teenage daughter, and a wiry little spitfire of an 11-year-old, and they keep me busy. They probably think I don't do much with them. I do more with them than they realize, or for them than they realize. And I understood that. I understand that now more than I did when I was their age. So, there's and I've said in some of my other videos, there's a maturity level, a physical level, a spiritual level, and an intelligence kind of level. We got a couple of different levels of maturity. I'm sorry, my father-in-law's house is large. It's about not really a 3-story house, but two and a basement cellar kind of thing. It's kind of spooky up here. Well, I've had some, I'm so off track now. I'm just sort of, I didn't mean to get, I thought I heard a woman talking. And I could tell you stories about some of the issues that my wife used to hear and see when she used to live here. Things that have happened here after my mother-in-law passed. Of course, you look at some of my videos, you will hear a few EVPs while I'm trying to play the card game. Weird noises, orbs I tried doing, and that video was still out there, but I made it private instead of public because it's not a very good. I want to redo how to play the Transformers the card game. I want to do another one. I want to make it a little more professional. I want it to look better. I want to write it down, and I want to make it much more presentable than I did, instead of just seeing my bald head the whole bald spot the whole time. So I have an idea of how I might be able to do that. So, but there's been some weird things in my videos. You gotta delve deep, and you gotta look in comments, and I'll hear things, because I will listen to my own videos on occasion. How I can do things better, how I can tie things better together. My intonation, my talking, my teaching, my whatever I'm doing. And I'm not the best YouTuber around. I understand. But just weird things have happened. Like I said, if you do happen to check older videos, go to the comments. Most of the comments are mine. And sometimes it'll be like 6 minutes, 20 minutes in. Thought I just heard his. He's got dogs. I guess the dogs are, their bellies are full now. They're not barking. Thought I heard something. This is nuts. This is really nuts. I'm not calling, and I hate he and Peyton broke up, but I really like following them. Paranormal Files, something or other. But I like the paranormal. It's interesting. It's fun. It can be dangerous, etc., etc. But I just find it very interesting. Always have. Maybe it's just this humidifier thingy over here I'm hearing. It's kind of matrixing and maybe making me think I'm hearing voices that really aren't happening. This is weird. Anyway, in going back, is that I remember that, levels of maturity, and how as I grew up, and as I moved out, lived on my own, got married, had kids, how I felt like my dad wasn't always there for me sometimes, but he was always there. I was just the typical teenager who would rather sit and play Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins instead of helping my dad do whatever. Sometimes grass, work on the cars and stuff. I still did. So, I got a text, I'm sorry. But he was always there. He was making sure the house ran like it should, like it needed to, because he was the father of the house. And, by 7:30 or 8 o'clock come, he was asleep in the den. And we've had more bonding times as adults than I ever had with him as a father, as a teen or preteen or younger. So, like I said, it's like a level of maturity to realize things you didn't realize as a kid that were more important. Kind of like that old song, I forgot. Oh goodness, what? Son, we did it, and you know, oh, we'll do it again then, Dad, kind of thing, and it's, you know, over and over and over, and by the end of the song, the son has grown up and had a kid, and oh, thanks for calling, Dad, but the kid's uh, wife's out of the house, my kids have the flu. It's so good talking to you, kind of thing, and in that cycle for that little pop song from the 70s, um, there's a lot of truth to it. There's a lot of truth to it. And if you're older like me and grew up on Transformers, you know, liking the card game, etc. Trust me, I'm about to end this. Um, is that there's something to that? There really is. And having a relationship with your dad goes both ways. It really does, and we need that bond. And part of that previous video that I did in my basement, when I was talking about my grandfather's saying and all the things that have been going on in Seattle and around the country and all this mess going on, which is just a shame. Our country should not be stooping to this level. Our country should not be doing the things that it's doing. It's just ridiculous. Some people are. I've never seen, and I thought my kids were spoiled. But wow, entitlement. It's ruining our country. It really is. But you know, broken homes, broken families, people needing a dad, a father figure in their life. It doesn't matter what color you are, you need a father figure. You don't need two, you need one. And a mother. And there's a reason we are made the way we're made. I don't want to get too much into this. Maybe I can look at this in a more biblical perspective, using some verses on another time. So, but really, that I just wanted to say thanks to all my subscribers from the very beginning. I think I started these videos back in 2013, 2014. I was like 280 pounds back then. You know, found out I was diabetic. I was losing weight some, and I was trying to lose weight because I was so heavy. And when I finally, you are diabetic. There's that video still out there somewhere. I really cut down on my intake and what kind of stuff I was eating. Kind of lacked off a little bit. I've gone from 170 to 206. And I really need to get back on that portion control, eating more vegetables, etc., etc. But with that, I've gone too long. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a follower and a subscriber. If you think I can help somebody out, share it. Share me. I don't know if anyone's watching this side of my stuff anymore. I think that it's all just Transformers. Which is a shame because I was really hoping, just people liking video games in general might accidentally find me and might either find me interesting, maybe someone to listen to, or even make fun of and maybe learn something in the process, etc., etc. But with that, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And as always, have a blessed day.